Hey everybody, Dr. Oliver here, backintelligence.com, and today we're going to talk about tight traps and what you can do about them. If you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button so you get access to the videos as we put them out. So we're talking about the traps. There's really three traps. There's upper traps, your middle traps, and your lower traps. We'll have Leon turn around so I can just kind of point these out for you guys. So your upper traps are the muscles we're really concerned with here. It's these muscles that kind of on both sides come through here. You have your middle traps in the middle, and then you have your lower traps down below. It's these upper traps that tend to become very tight on people, often because of what they do all day. Computers, driving, any of that stuff where their head comes forward, we tend to see these upper traps become very tight. So we're going to talk about ways that you can try to handle this and make them a little bit looser and feel a little bit better. The most basic thing that people tend to do is a stretch. And it can be effective at giving you some relief and giving some reduced tension to the muscles. So we're going to have Leon demonstrate the upper trap stretch. So again, we're talking about the muscle that's along here. So the way to think about this is you want to bring your opposite ear, so as we're working on your left trap, your opposite ear towards your armpit. And you can take your hand, just like Leon's doing, put it on the side of your head, and he's literally just going to pull his ear right over to his armpit. Again, he's trying to feel the stretch through here, and if he needs to, he can even turn his head slightly and up and down his chin just to target different areas that feel even tighter, so you can just target those. If he was sitting down, which he can do, he could take his arm and hold the bottom of the chair. That'll anchor his shoulder down and anchor that trap down as he gets a deep stretch. So we're going to do 20 seconds on these stretches, and we'll do both sides. So again, opposite side, he grabs the side of his head, pulls that ear over to his armpit. He's working and stretching all through here. And if he's sitting down or if he's by a table or something, he can hold on the bottom and get a deeper stretch. Perfect. So again, 20 second stretch of this. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a little self-massage. So for this, we're going to need a ball. So after we've tried stretching that upper trap, one of the better ways to work on it is actually to do a little self-myofascial release, so a little self-massage. So we're going to use a ball. A cross ball usually works the best for this. So one of the problems with the upper trap, again, is where it is. We generally want to work on it from the top. That's where you're going to get the most effect. You can work on it a little bit from the back, and Leon will show you here if he goes up to the wall and he just tries to lean back, and it's a little bit awkward and to find the angle and find the right spot. And you may not get enough downward pressure on that muscle. So what I find to be better is if you go to a doorway. So we're going to open this door. And with the door, one thing that's nice about the door, you got these little steps right here where you can wedge the ball right in there so it doesn't move. Yep. And then Leon's going to bend forward at the waist, and he's going to just line it up and try to get right on top. So now he's coming more from an up top angle, and he's going to drive into it using his legs. Once he finds that hot spot, he's going to compress it and hold it and breathe and wait for it to get better. Again, on these spots, no more than a minute. Should get better sooner. If it gets better in 10, 20 seconds, move on. It might take 30 or 40 seconds. So compress this spot, switch to the other side. And again, a door frame usually works the best for this type of thing. So we've worked on stretching the muscle and massaging the muscle. Well, why don't we try to address what's actually causing it, right? Most of these issues and most of these tight traps for people have a lot to do with what they do all day and every day. Computers tends to be one of those big ones, right? It's a seated position, we're in a forward position, and especially on a laptop, what does he have to do? Well, he has to look down and look forward. His head moves forward. When your head moves forward, what's attached to your head? Your upper traps. So these muscles that are anchored in up here are working overtime, and they're really tight. So if we can modify these positions, it'll be better. The other thing to look at is the mouse, right? A lot of people tend to reach a lot for their mouse. So if they're reaching a lot, using the shoulder, you'll tend to see the shoulder actually elevates up on them. They don't even realize it. So if you can pay attention to relaxing it and just keeping those shoulders down, you don't have to slam them down, but just don't let them be up by your ears. But with the laptop, no good, right? So what we need to do is elevate it. So you can get a stand and elevate it up on a stand. So again, the top of that laptop should be basically even with your eyebrows, and then you're in a position where you don't have to look down. A lot of times with this, you'd be better off having an external keyboard right here. So again, you're not reaching for the keyboard. Reaching for the keyboard, it's upper traps. Elbows should remain at your side comfortably. Try not to let them translate away from you too much. If you can keep them at your side, you'll have a lot less tension in your shoulders. Then the other thing, phones, right? We tend to all look down, use our phones. Again, your head is heavy. If you can modify. You can be in this position. You can take your phone and hold it up here so keep yourself in a more stable position. okay, as opposed to having it down. We have to look at these habits. If we don't change these habits, you're always going to have tight traps. So modify the habits, work on the ergonomics. We have other videos on this as well you can go back to and see, and it showed the real good setups you guys can have and the things to avoid. So try these things and see if you can deal with those tight traps.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like it and share it with a friend. Also, we'd love to send you 3 posture correction exercises that we've done with Dr. David Oliver. These videos will help correct that forward head and rounded shoulder type of posture that we're all suffering from today. So if you'd like to get those 3 videos, there's going to be a link to get them somewhere here on the video or down below in the description. Go to that page, enter your email, and we'll send you those videos right away.